Did the United States pay a fair price for Sergeant Bo Bergdahl's freedom from the Taliban?
In my opinion, Dean, no.
What would have been a fair price? Would you have exchanged it all? Why you're saying no?
Our U.S. policy has long been that we don't negotiate with terrorists.
There's where you're coming down.
Yes, and I put out a message here, I think it was Monday of this week, that I made it clear my position. But those 5 top Taliban/Al-Qaeda officials, and by the way, everybody in Gitmo has an Al-Qaeda affiliation. We see them as Al-Qaeda detainees there. But, excuse me, these were the top 5 of the top officials. And to hand them over for someone who walked off the base, and I don't think that's in question any longer, he walked off the base, now the legal definition of that's probably open yet, empowers our enemies, and it discourages our troops themselves, and it puts them at risk. I met a father this morning whose son is deployed over there now. And for him to maintain his composure while he just told me the scenario that his son is in today, that tells you how they think about it. And so, no, I think it was a colossal mistake on the part of this administration to make such a deal. There had to be a better way to get him back. I'd have rather sent commando troops in there to bring him back, given the record that we thought he had before this emerged.
So what should the congressional action or reaction be, other than rhetoric?
Well, the president violated a law he signed, again. And I think there's a new list growing here. It's the laws he's refused to honor, refused to enforce, or in fact violated, that are replete. The list now is 75 and perhaps more than that, many of them with Obamacare, but the new list is which laws has he refused to enforce or violated that he signed. This is a very critical circumstance that we're in, but we've got 2.5 years yet. We tried to shut off the funding to Obamacare. He shut the government down. A couple of dozen Republicans decided they needed to open the government back up. So now the president is more empowered by understanding, knowing that Congress cannot control him by the purse strings. The political scenario doesn't allow that to happen. There's a constitutional remedy that we know is not a remedy. So beyond that, public opinion needs to push back very hard. And to the extent that it can be a restraint, I'm looking for a president to come along in 2016 that will restore the soul of America.